What's up, guys? Welcome to Poor Man Mods. Today we're going to be putting some titanium goodies on my 2008 ISF. Alright guys, so I'm super excited about what we're going to do today. It's nothing huge, it's not going to make the car any faster, and it's not really a major modification anywhere on the car, but it's little details like this that get me really excited. So I reached out to Mazterpiece Automotive, and they specialize in titanium and carbon fiber goodies for a ton of cars. They make a whole lot of products, and I reached out to them for their ISF kit. Now what they sent me was their ISF titanium emblems, 6 titanium nuts for the strut towers, and 4 titanium valve stem caps. Now this isn't a serious modification, it's not going to drastically change the look of the car, not going to do anything major, but it's also definitely not a poor man mod. As you know, titanium stuff isn't the cheapest out there, but this stuff is incredible, it's beautiful, and little details like this get me really excited. So most of this stuff, I don't think I have to show you how to install. I don't think I have to show you how to install nuts on your strut towers or valve stem caps, but the emblems, there's a couple different ways you can go about doing this, so I'm going to show you step by step on my way of installing these emblems and safely removing the old ones. Then I'll get the rest of this stuff installed and show you how it looks on the car. And definitely go check out Mazterpiece Automotive. I'll have links to their Instagram and Facebook down below. They have tons of beautiful titanium accessories, way more than what you just see here for all kinds of cars, so definitely check them out. That's enough of me talking. Let's go over to the car, get the old emblems off, put these on, and see how they look. Alright, so to start off, I do have the trunk popped in case I need to move it up or down, to get a different angle for what we're working with. I'm going to remove these emblems and replace them one by one. So I'll do the I first, then the S, then the F. I'm not going to remove them all at once and then put the new ones on. I want to try to keep it looking as uniform and even as possible. So what we're going to do, to avoid damaging the paint as much as possible, we're going to use a heat gun to heat up the emblem to hopefully loosen the adhesive, and then use dental floss to separate the emblem from the adhesive. Then there's probably going to be adhesive left over, and we're going to use some alcohol and some elbow grease to get the adhesive off, and then we'll put our new 3M tape on the emblems. The new emblems do not come with 3M on them, so you do need to buy your own 3M. So let's get this eye warmed up and then get it off with some dental floss. You also want to make sure that you don't damage the paint. You don't want to put this on high and boil the paint or whatever, so make sure the paint isn't super duper hot to touch. You want to just heat up the emblem so it wiggles like that, if you can see that, and then we'll get the dental floss behind it and hopefully separate it. You can also use fishing line to do this, so whatever you choose to do. I'm going to try not to use plastic pry bars or anything like that because that can damage the paint. And just like that, we got the eye off. So we'll clean up that adhesive and put on our new eye. I'm gonna spray a little detailer in this area just so I'm not rubbing any dirt into the paint. I wanna try to protect this area as much as possible. First thing I'm gonna do with this is just try to use my thumb and roll up the 3M. You can get a lot off by doing this. As you can see, I got damn near 100% of that off. I can't even see anything else. We'll wipe it with alcohol to make sure it's super clean. Perfect. Alright, so like I said, you do have to add your own 3M to these emblems. So we're going to cut this 3M up, put it on the back here, trim it up as best as we can, and then stick it on. Alright, we'll just stick the eye on there. Push on it real good, let it cure for a couple, 30 seconds or whatever. Make sure it's on there good, and then we'll trim off the excess. Alright, these turned out pretty good. It took a little bit of time with a razor blade and some nail clippers actually, but you want to trim the 3M inside of the edge of the emblems, because when you put these on, you don't want to see the 3M kind of bulging out. So you got to trim it on the inside a little bit. The S was the most difficult one, and actually the F was the easiest somehow. So now that they're all covered in 3M, ready to stick on, let's go stick them on. Definitely got to get it over the hole. I might not get this perfectly straight. It looks like there's a little bit of bulging of the 3M coming out, but like I said, I'm not a perfectionist. But yeah. Now we'll move on to the S. Nice. Alright, this F emblem is being pretty tough. You might break a couple pieces of floss, or it might even cut your hands. It's so on there. Yeah, there was actually an alignment pin. I think I cut through it with the dental floss. So there is a hole there. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to cover it up with the new emblem or not. We're gonna have to see about this. Unless anyone has any better recommendations for covering that hole, we're gonna have to put this like right there.
Move it back to where.
I'm thinking right there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so the next part is super easy. I'm going to have my girlfriend do it, but we're going to be replacing the 3 nuts on each shock tower with titanium nuts. They are a 14 millimeter, but I have a trick to protect the new nuts, and we're not going to use a 14 millimeter. So Phoenix, my girlfriend, is going to remove the nuts one by one because she's good at getting nuts off, and then we'll put on the new titanium ones. Alright, here's a comparison of the OEM nut versus the Mazterpiece Automotive titanium nut. They are both flanged nuts, so you don't need to add a washer. The OEM one is thicker. I'm not sure why. I've never really seen that before. But this nut will do just fine. And it is a 14 millimeter, but to protect it from being scratched, I'm not sure how strong it is. I don't know if it's easy to scratch. We're going to use a 15 millimeter and a piece of paper towel so it doesn't slip. And we're going to do that and hopefully not scratch the nut and keep it looking nice and pretty. Just get the nut started. Put a paper towel over it. Make sure it gets over the nut. And this will take up the slack of the extra millimeter from going from a 14 to a 15. You can get it nice and tight. It's not gonna round it off. And now it's on, nice and tight, and we didn't scratch it. You want to torque these nuts to right about there. That's a good torque spec. Alright, it's looking really good. Got all 6 nuts installed. This engine bay really needs all the help it can get to make it look a lot better. This engine bay truly is just not attractive. But a little shameless self-plug here. This is the brake master cylinder brace that I make for the IS chassis. It'll work for the 250, 350, and the F. I only charge 30 bucks for this, so if you want one of these, and it does prevent the master cylinder from flexing on the firewall, shoot me a message, either on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. A little shameless self-plug there. Direct bolt on, super easy. Yeah, hit me up. So, got all 6 nuts installed. It's looking really good. I love the way they turned out. The 15 millimeter socket with the paper towel worked flawlessly, didn't scratch or round off the nut. And now we'll move on to the easiest part, the valve stem caps. Alright, the last thing is the valve stem caps. Unfortunately, I actually really like these. I shouldn't say unfortunately, but I do really like these. These are 40 millimeter bullet shell valve stem caps. Pretty cool and unique. But I think I'm going to like the titanium a little bit more. So, Phoenix is pretty good at this. She's going to get my valve stem cap off and put on the beautiful titanium one. And it's going to be the nicest looking piece of the whole wheel. I mean, this wheel's pretty beat, pretty dirty. Even the brakes are pretty messed up. So, should stand out pretty good.
What are you going to do with these?
maybe the Supra, I don't know.
Okay.
Now I know what you're thinking, oh, someone could just steal those. Yeah, someone could just steal these. Alright guys, there you go. Pretty easy and straightforward install. You know, no major changes with this. I guess you could say the car maybe lost like 3 grams of weight, but I think I could do a lot more to help the weight of the car with myself. But anyway, I'm loving the titanium details. Little things like this really do get me excited. I really love the way it looks. The camera didn't do a lot of it justice. It looks a whole lot better in person, to be honest. Especially the valve stem caps. I just couldn't get the right angle to show the burnt look. They really do look good in person. I'm loving the ISF emblems, but I've noticed the Lexus emblem is still factory chrome. So either I'm either gonna have to get the Lexus emblem from Mazterpiece Automotive in titanium to match it, or debadge it, because I'm not liking the contrasting look right there. I'm loving the titanium, but that chrome has got to go, whether it just goes away completely or I get the one from Mazterpiece Automotive. So super easy install. I'm loving the fine details. It just made the engine bay look a little bit better. It could use all the help it can. Big thanks to Mazterpiece Automotive for helping us out this video. Hopefully they can send me that Lexus emblem. I'll have links to their Instagram and Facebook down below. Hit them up for all of your titanium and carbon fiber needs. They make a ton of stuff. I highly recommend them. So thanks again to them. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.